It's exciting times. Let me just get to that there. The Bag Factory has some good news. Johannesburg-based mixed media artist Buqaqawuli Nobakada won the Pan-African TILGA Art Prize, hosted at the Bag Factory. And the award includes a 3-month residency, really culminating in a showcase of her unique project, which explores Black female experience, femininity, identity, luxury, and all of this through acrylic paint and lace paper with clay and some gold accents. So her project merges sonic recordings, participatory performance, reimagining luxury as a birthright for Black women. And her art is a personal love letter to her younger self, affirming Black women's value in luxurious spaces. Oh, she joins us here for more. Good morning, and thank you. A hearty congratulations.
Thank you so much. Good morning to you too.
Okay, I don't even know where to start. The theme, the inspiration, the love letter to your younger self. Just redefining what luxury means for our experiences. This was a lifelong journey that you've been blessed with the gift of art to obviously capture. Just encompass for us in a few seconds about that journey.
I think that, like, for me, growing up, I would see art a lot and it didn't feel like it reflected who I necessarily am. Sure. And I think also I had a love for architecture and interior design, and when I would look at the families inhabiting these luxurious households and these brilliant architectural creations, they didn't necessarily look like myself. Yes. So my art kind of began to carry two purposes. The first one was to allow myself to see myself in spaces that weren't reflected in the media of the time in reality. So I used art to insert myself in spaces that I wasn't in, because I was born in Cape Town and I was raised in Philippi, in Buqaqawuli, and also spent some time in Dagastad in the Eastern Cape. And these are spaces that aren't really, like, luxury isn't necessarily associated with these environments, but I still liked beautiful things, but they were just visually quite separated from me. And I used art to insert myself in that. Yeah. And I think the other thing is also as a sort of healing for my maternal lineage. So I name my paintings after my grandmother and after my family, because in this alternate reality that I've created through my paintings and my work, they get to live the life they didn't get to live in reality.
Absolutely, and they're entrenched forever as well.
Yeah.
And thank you for being so vulnerable and for speaking to that. I'm looking at how you express yourself, because you use the acrylic paint on lace paper as well. I mean, that's a whole nother conceptualization as well, for you to take up space and to own it. Tell us a little bit more about that.
So I use lace because it's a distinctly feminine material. I think when I look back even at the home environment that I grew up in and the reasons I honor women in my work, I didn't realize the situation was bad until much later because of the work of women, the way they dressed up the home. And I think lace doilies, I don't know if you're familiar with lace doilies, maybe on the coffee table.
Yes, that's nostalgic. I'm also from Cape Town. I get it. It's,
on the couches, on the chairs. Or I think it's quite common even in homes in the townships in South Africa, where sometimes the toilet looks like it's going to get married because of the amount of decor that women put in their homes. And it nurtures and it dresses up the situation so much so that you don't even realize the situation that you're in. And I think I wanted to honor that. I think that the use of lace for me is to honor womanhood.
And I like that, because you're challenging traditional notions of luxury and femininity as well. It's a core theme for you. How did that heal you as well through your work? So then when you come to now express yourself, how have you redefined that?
I think it's so crazy, because when I speak about painting as a medium for manifestation, it's actually real. It feels like I have this magic trick, because in the beginning, when I look back at my paintings, before I had an apartment and I used to paint women sort of floating and it was just studies, then I started to insert a couch and maybe a window there. And that was me manifesting my own space, and then I got it. Then I was like, oh, this is working. And I've started to expand my work so much more. I have a painting titled Mamgcina, Border House in Capri, and then I found myself in Capri, in Italy, looking at the landscapes. And that's what I'm taking further, even with this opportunity as well, where it's like architectural models of these fantastical, luxurious homes, because I'm seeing that, oh my goodness, when I use painting as a medium for manifestation and I'm speaking to the universe quite directly, for some reason, these things, they seem to show up in my reality.
There's alignment.
Yeah, there is alignment.
Wow.
And so it's a medium for manifestation for myself and any woman that sees any part of themselves reflected back.
Your
in my work.
Your work with Bag Factory as well. Can you tell us a little bit more about that, the recognition that process has, or what did it do for your process?
I think Bag Factory is very important to me because I remember when I was in grade 9 and I was still studying visual art, we went to Bag Factory studios to see like the artists that were working at the time, and so many artists that I studied, like William Kenridge, Sam Klingetwa, Penny Siopis, they inhabited that space. It was founded in 1991. So a lot of the cultural icons in the visual art space in South Africa come from there. So for me to get to exist in that space was really affirming, because I think an art journey can feel strange, you can feel unsure of what it is you're doing, but to inhabit that space where so many legacy artists have existed in, it started to make me feel like that's the direction my own work is going to go in as well. And it just sharpened my practice, the experience of being with other artists and writers, criticizing my work.
And the journey continues. The process becomes the purpose as well. I have to leave a convo there, but I know there's so much more in store for you. So we'll monitor you on the socials and also look at what's happening as your journey continues. Buqaqawuli Nobakada, thank you for joining us at this hour. She obviously is the Pan-African TILGA Art Prize winner, speaking to us about her work, acrylic paint, oil paint on lace, looking at themes of femininity, identity, and taking up space as she asserts herself into that. So we're looking forward to plenty more as the journey unfolds. We'll leave that there.